What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I'm about to get everything pulled up and get started. This is a rewatch of the London Thomas testimony.
Was that the announcement? Yeah, okay, all right, just so everyone knows, we have to get the podium. Thank you. Your first witness is on.
All right, face me, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give will be the truth? Have a seat. Speak clearly and loudly.
All right, ma'am, could you please state your name?
My name is Jayla Asher.
All right, now, I'm gonna ask you to really speak up loudly. I know that you probably think you're speaking in a normal voice, but everyone's gotta be able to hear you. So if you can really concentrate on speaking loudly, even though there's a microphone in front of you, okay? Yes?
I got you.
Okay. So, did you know a person by the name of London Thomas?
Yes, she was my sister.
All right, and was she your biological sister?
Yes, by the same mother.
All right. And, how old are you?
Me, I'm 20 years old.
Okay. And did something happen to your sister, London?
Yes, unfortunately.
Okay. Did she pass away?
Yes,
Okay. Now, prior to her passing, had were you friends with your sister, London?
yes, we were very close.
Okay. Now, did you know, on or about April 5th of 2025, had she had any boyfriends over the past, in the years prior to April 5th?
Yes,
And did you ever meet or know of any of her boyfriends?
yes,
Okay, do you see one of her boyfriends or former boyfriends in court today?
yes.
Can you point to that person and describe what they're wearing?
He's wearing green and white.
For the record, the witnesses identified Jalen Pendergrass. Now, prior to April 4th or April 5th of last year, was she currently dating Jalen Pendergrass?
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Was she currently dating or in a relationship with Jalen Pendergrass as of that day?
Oh, yes, to my knowledge.
Okay. Do you know whether they had broken up or whether they were still together?
I don't know, they were on and off pretty frequently.
Okay. Now, in the course of, how long do you know of that the two of them had been talking to each other or been in a relationship with one another?
Probably since like maybe 2022.
Okay. And over the course of those 3 years, had you ever met Jalen Pendergrass before?
Yes,
Do you know where he was living over those years?
at first, he used to live with his mother, and then he had started living with his grandparents after a while.
All right. Now, when he was living with his grandparents, do you know in what city he was living in?
Inkster.
Okay. And had you ever been over to the house he was staying at over in Inkster?
Yes,
And had you ever been to like his bedroom inside that house?
yes,
Okay, so are you familiar with what it looks like where his bedroom was?
yes, I've only been to the bedroom, that's all,
Okay, and where was the bedroom located within the house?
in the basement.
On April 4th of, April 5th of 2025, did you ever come into contact with your sister early in the morning?
Early in the morning, on April 5th, you said?
Yes.
No.
Okay, when was the first time you interacted with her from like the 4th going to the 5th?
Oh, you said the first time interacting with her?
Yeah,
She had called me when I was at my baby father's house, and she was letting me know that she was about to go home, and she wanted me to come pick her up.
okay. Now, did you have access to a car?
Yes, it was my vehicle.
Did your sister London have access to a car?
Oh, no,
Okay, but you did, but she didn't.
yes,
Okay. And the house where you were at your baby father's house?
Yes, before, we were together. Yeah.
Oh. And you don't have to tell me what the address is, but is that house located in Detroit?
Yes,
So ultimately, did London ever make her way over to the father of your child's house?
no, not that day.
Okay. Did you ever take London somewhere?
Yes.
Describe
that
what-
day, yes.
Describe what you did.
Okay, so I went to go get her from my mother's house. We went directly to my baby father's older sister's house. We were there for a good little while. We were just chilling. And then I took her to Jalen's house.
All right. So eventually you took her to Jalen's house
Yes,
in Inkster.
yes,
Before you did that, the house that you were at, it's the father of your child's sister's house?
yes.
Was that house located in Detroit?
No, it was in Highland Park, I believe.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you went from Highland Park, Detroit area to Inkster?
Yes.
Sorry, I was muted, folks. I want to say happy Monday to everybody in the bushes. This is a rewatch of the testimony from London Thomas. Her sister's on the stand testifying to the events that happened on April 5th of 2025, the day London Thomas had went missing. And we're just going over the testimony again.
And about what time was that?
It was pretty late. I would say probably around like 3, maybe. Yeah, it was around that time. Like we were there until like 3. And it takes a minute to get to Inkster.
Now, when we say 3, are we talking 3 in the afternoon or 3 in the morning?
a.m. Yes,
Okay, so would this be 3 a.m. on April 5th of 2025?
correct.
Okay. And did your sister London say why she wanted to go to Jalen's house?
Not really. I know she had his phone.
Okay.
She just wanted to go over there, but I didn't think nothing of it. It was pretty usual to me.
How did you know that she had Jalen Pendergrass's phone?
When she got to my mother's house, she called me and told me that she had it.
Okay. So when you went to Inkster, who was in the car with you when you went to Inkster?
It was me, London, my baby father, and my daughter,
All right, the father of your child, what's his name?
Saquon McKinney.
And your child that was with you, how old was that child at the time?
She was about 4 months, probably.
4 months old?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Going on 5. Yeah.
So the 5 of you, 4 of you, went to Inkster. Did you stop anywhere on the way?
Not that I recall.
All right. So what happened when you arrived in Inkster?
When we got to the grandparents' house, we were sitting there. We had pulled up. It was on the other side of the street. London had got out of the car. She left all her things. She said she's gonna come get them when she gets in the house. But she was out there for like maybe 5 minutes. I told the father of my child, I'll be right back because I'm gonna go, make sure she gets in and stuff. So I had went back there to his backyard and we were knocking on the doors and.
All right. Let me stop you here for a second.
I got you.
The house that you were at, was that located at 27262?
So right now, what she is describing is the time frame of around about 2 to 3 in the morning of April 5th, 2025, when she's dropping her younger sister London off to her ex-boyfriend's at the time. Well, not at the time, but her ex-boyfriend's house. She was the last one that can attest to London going to that particular house.
Carlisle Street in Inkster?
I'm not certain of the address, but I know it was definitely on Carlisle Street, his grandparents' house.
All right. Now, this house that you were at, is there a front door to the house?
Yes,
Is there like a door to either on the side of the house or in the rear of the house?
on the rear of the house.
I would think a house have a front door, not just a side door, but a front door too as well.
There's a door at the back.
Okay. So when you first pulled up to the address, you said that London got out of the car.
Yes,
Did the rest of you stay in the car?
Yes, but then shortly after I had got out and I left my baby with her dad.
Okay. So when you got out of the car, did you go to the front door or a different door?
No, we went straight to the back door. You know, that's the door she usually enters to.
All right. And did you see London try and get into the house?
Meaning?
Like, did she try and open a door? Did she knock on the door? What did she do?
Yes, she knocked on the door several times, knocked on the windows, because, you know, we figured he was sleeping, so we were knocking on the basement windows.
Okay. As you were standing out there, did you see the door ever open and London go inside?
No, not what we were saying there.
All right. So as you were standing outside and, you know, the door was being knocked on, what did you decide to do next?
Well, we just kept trying for a good little minute. After a while, I went to my car to check on the baby.
And when you say like a little minute, are you talking like literally 1 minute or more than 1 minute?
More than a minute. I'm just, you know,
Okay.
like probably like a good maybe 15 minutes. We tried because we thought he was sleeping.
15 minutes, you think?
I would say maybe I'm not really certain.
Okay, so you go back to the car. Where did London go?
She had stayed in the back. She did, while we were knocking and stuff, she did tell me, you know, to go look at the front door and see if there was a key under the door, but it wasn't.
So when you go back to the car, did something happen when you got back to the car?
When I got back to the car, there was a lot going on. You know, my baby was 4 months and she breastfed, she was crying a lot. And the father of my child, he didn't know what to do. He was getting overstimulated. I had to calm the baby down. But when I got into the car, I just noticed that London's phone was ringing. And the father of my child told me the phone was ringing ever since we got out the car.
So where was this phone that you saw was ringing?
It was in the back seat. It was London's phone.
All right, did you answer the phone?
I did.
And when you answered the phone, did you recognize any of the voices on the other end of the phone?
Yes, it was Jalen.
All right. Have you ever talked with Jalen before?
Yes,
How many times do you think you've talked with him in your life?
a pretty decent amount of times, enough to know that it was him on the phone.
All right. And what did Jalen say when you answered the phone?
He had asked if that was London at the door knocking, and I was pretty upset at the time because, you know, I'm overstimulated now too. So I'm yelling at him, and I said, you know, let her in. It's late. I got my daughter out here. You know, come on, open the door.
Okay. And did Jalen say anything in response to that?
Honestly, I don't recall what was said. I know I told him to open the door for sure.
Okay. Now, after that phone conversation, did you get back out of the car or did you stay in the car?
I don't know. I had stayed in the car, and then London came, and she got her stuff. I believe so.
So she came back to the car that you were in?
Yes.
And what kind of stuff did she get?
She had grabbed her purse. I know whatever she had in her purse, I know for a fact she had both of her phones and her blue iPad plus Jalen's phone.
Okay. Now, do you remember any of the clothes that she was wearing that night?
I'm really not certain. I know she was wearing maybe a black jacket for sure. And
Okay.
her hair was not ponytail.
You don't remember, like, she had any designs on any of her clothing or anything like that?
I'm not certain.
Okay. So after she grabbed her things, where did you see her go?
She had went to the back door.
Okay. And from where you were at in the street, is your car parked in the driveway or on the street?
In the street.
From where you were at on the street, like, could you actually see her once she went to the rear of the house?
No, because she said her goodbyes, and when she said, I love you, I said, I'll call you later, sister, you know.
So what I'm gathering from her testimony is that this was not a planned trip after leaving her baby father's house that night. It was more like a pop. It was a pop up.
Basically. So
All right.
I didn't see her going.
Welcome in, chat. Welcome in, Lady Shy. Tracy, happy Monday. Real Star, good evening to you. Welcome in, Alma.
But
So after she went to the rear of the house, what did you do next?
I had pulled off.
And before you drove away, did you wait for some period of time before you left, or did you just basically leave as soon as she went out of your eyesight?
I don't recall. I probably stayed there for maybe about 2 minutes. If I did, I'm not even certain.
Okay. After you left, did you have any phone communication with London after that point?
Yes, Monday called my phone.
All right. Where were you when she called your phone?
I was like down the street. I think I was going up Kingston Road.
And did London say anything when she was on the phone?
Yes.
What'd she say?
She said, tell Jalen that y'all are gone.
Okay. And after she said that, did you talk to Jalen?
No, I don't believe so. He was at the door though. The door was open. She was getting in on Wall Street.
All right, so let's back up here a second.
Okay.
When did you see Jalen at the door to his house?
We were on a FaceTime call.
Okay.
So as I was showing, like the door, he had the screen door was closed, but the big door was open. And I guess she was showing him the phone as me driving on the road.
All right,
She was telling me to tell him that I left.
so this was a FaceTime call.
Yes.
And on your phone, when you're on this FaceTime,
Mhm.
is the phone like pointed at you or is it pointed away from you?
She had pointed it away for a little second, but it was mostly on her.
No, what I'm asking is your phone, the phone that you had.
Oh, I was driving.
Mhm.
Switch on myself, but I was driving, but I turned the camera around like this and then I looked it back on me because I couldn't just look at the phone and physically turn the camera on.
So the way you were holding the phone, you could actually see what London's phone was showing on FaceTime?
Yes.
All right. So from what you could see on FaceTime, could you tell whether London's device was inside or outside of the house?
It was outside of the house at first.
Okay. And is that when you saw Jalen?
Yes, she turned the camera to show him that I was on the road leaving, basically.
All right. So at that point, you could actually see Jalen's face?
A little bit, it was pretty dark, but I seen him, yeah.
Okay. And then at some point, can you see that the device is now inside of the house?
Yeah, I think she had walked in after a while. I was like, yelling like, let her in, what are you doing? Like, probably gone, I was like, let her in and stuff.
So yeah, that wasn't a planned trip that they had that night going there, based on what she's saying and based on what he wanted to make sure that she wasn't still out there, because he wasn't trying to let her in.
At some point, either on this FaceTime conversation or any other FaceTime conversations that were taking place in that early morning, could you ever tell that London's device was in the basement of the house?
When by the time I had got back to my baby father's house, she did FaceTime me. I don't believe he was in the room, but she FaceTimed me and she was in the room. I saw the red lights. She's sitting on the bed, yeah.
All right, when you say red lights, what do you mean by that?
He has red LED lights in his room.
Are the LED lights like attached to anything in the room?
I believe they're attached to the ceiling, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. So this was another FaceTime call after the first one while you were driving?
Yes.
Okay. On the second FaceTime call, did London appear to be injured or hurt in some way?
No.
Okay. Throughout that night, okay, until you went to bed, did you ever receive any text messages from London?
Yes.
Okay, describe how that came about.
Not too long. I think, I'm not even sure if it was before or after the FaceTime call, but she did text my baby father's phone with a message saying something about,
You're sorry.
Well, I'm not offering for its truth.
Then I would ask what it's being offered for, Judge.
Well, I think it goes to the occupants of the room at the time the message was sent, not the content of the message. I'm not offering for its truth.
Mr. Johnson, you say.
I concur with, I concur with Mr. Clements on this, Your Honor. This is hearsay, and he's getting into the details of the message. I don't think that's appropriate. I don't know of an exception to the hearsay rule that would allow that.
She's on the phone, she got a text message from her child's father that you wanted to use to show the location of the defendant at the time.
I want to use it to show who she was in contact with at the time the message was sent.
Overruled.
What did the text message say?
It says,
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I know the court's already ruled, but this could be brought in through another witness. And it would not be hearsay because she could testify.
It seemed like they didn't want whatever that text message said to come out in court because they're trying to stonewall it by any means or throw curveballs, I guess I would say.
To who this was, that, you know, the person who potentially authored it or received it. And I think that would suffice. But again, I just want my objection noted that he's getting into the crux of it. And if he wants that, I think he could get that in through another witness. Thank you, Your Honor.
What if we write?
the message was like along the lines of, now this fat bitch is saying she doesn't trust me.
Did you ever respond to that text?
I'm not certain, I recall.
All right.
If so, I probably just asked, what are you talking about?
If you can remember, about how long after you got home did you get that message? Or was that message received on your baby father's phone?
Yeah, it was received on my baby father's phone, but it wasn't that long after we got home. We were still up, we were pretty tired, but we were still up.
So do you think it was, if you know, was it within an hour of you be returning back to the home? Was it 2 hours?
Definitely within an hour of us being home.
Okay. After that communication, did you ever have any communication with London after that?
No, when we went to sleep. Now that I think about it, if the text may have been before the FaceTime call, I'm not really certain. I don't remember.
Okay. So you went to sleep.
Yes.
When did you wake up the next day?
Around maybe like 3.
I would have asked like who was the text message in regards to, because they didn't get into the specifics, but I would gather that it would be the mother that she was referring to. But he didn't probe that to even find out.
3, 4 o'clock.
All right, and
Honestly.
I said something that was confusing there.
Yes.
You went to bed still in the early morning hours of April 5th?
Yes, around like, yeah, when we got home, it was probably around like maybe going on 5. I'm not certain. I know it was early in the morning, maybe going on 6, I'm not sure.
So maybe around 5 o'clock in the morning, that's when you went to sleep. Is that true?
Timing, I'm not really certain, but it was definitely early in the morning, yes.
Okay. Then you went to sleep and you woke up at around 4 p.m. also on April 5th.
Correct.
All right. Now, when you woke up, did you do anything at some point after you woke up to try and talk to or communicate with London?
Yes, I called her phone maybe twice.
And was that like right when you got up or was it hours after you got up? Do you remember?
Maybe like, I would say maybe like 30 minutes after I got up, I had to attend to my daughter and stuff, and get myself up.
Okay. Now, when you tried communicating with her, did she ever answer the phone?
No, it went straight to voicemail.
Did you ever try and send her like text messages or social media messages that weren't verbal?
Yes,
Did she ever respond to any of those messages?
no.
So what did you do after you weren't able to get in touch with her?
I started, like wondering, like, it's late, this isn't like her, why is she not taking or answering the phone? Her phone, she doesn't let her phone go dead. That's one thing about her. So then my baby father recommended, hey, why don't you look at her location? I looked at her location.
All right, so let's break this down for a sec.
Right.
Did you or London have a setting on their phones which would allow you to see the location of your devices?
Yes,
Okay. And what program did you use in order to try and see the device locations?
meaning the app.
Yeah.
It was called Find My, I believe.
Okay.
Find My iPhone, so damage.
So when you tried to find out where the location of London's device was, what did you find or see?
I want to say shout out to her and her baby father because they moved pretty fast. On the quick to the feet, quick on their feet when they came to like finding out what actually happened to London when they wasn't getting any type of response. They didn't waste any time. They was real like boots to the ground with it.
It was said that she was at some elementary school or near some trailer parks in Westland, Michigan.
Now, did you think that was unusual?
Yes,
Why is that?
because I dropped her off in Inkster. Her orientation was in Radford.
All right, you've made reference to an orientation right now. What does that mean?
Orientation meaning she had an orientation for a job the next morning. Jalen said that he would take her to it. It was at Little Caesar's Pizza in Radford, Michigan.
Okay, so she had like she had an appointment with her job. Had she just started working at this job?
She didn't even start working there yet. Orientation is, like getting your shirts and stuff,
Okay.
So,
And the location of this business was in Redford.
yes.
So did you have any reason why that device would be at a field in Westland?
I wasn't certain. That's why I was so eager to figure out.
All right, so what did you do after you saw that?
I called my mom. I let her know what was going on, like London was answering her phone. And I dropped my baby off to my mother to then go to the location in Westland.
All right, and so did you go to the location where it indicated the device was?
Yes.
Did you see London there when you got there?
No.
Did you find her device when you got there?
No.
All right, so what did you do after you didn't see London or the phone there?
We went to his house,
When you say his,
or his grandfather's house.
you mean Jalen Pendergrass's?
Correct.
So that's in Inkster?
Yes.
So when you did you go to the same house that you'd gone to earlier that day?
Yes.
And when you went there, did you see London there?
No.
Did you see her phone there?
No.
So what did you do when you got there?
When I got there, instantly I seen his mother coming from she was in the backyard, but as I was getting out the car, she was walking down the driveway.
All right, now when you say his mother, whose mother are you talking about?
Jalen Pendergrass.
All right, this person that you referred to, do you see them in court today?
The mother?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you point to that person and describe what they're wearing? Okay, and what is the person wearing?
Green and white.
Now, there are multiple people here wearing green and white. Is she the person closest to me or farthest away from me?
Closest.
For the record, the witness has identified Charlotte Pendergrass.
Purple.
Now, before that day, had you ever met Charlotte Pendergrass before?
I've met her maybe like.
She blinking a lot of
Okay,
times.
where was that at?
It was at the house he used to stay at with his mother.
Okay. So when you first saw her, was she outside or was she inside the house?
When I first saw her at the grandparents' house,
Yes.
she was outside in the backyard on the phone.
Did you talk to her?
When she came down the driveway as I was walking up, yes.
Okay, and what, did you ask her anything or what did you say to her?
I was basically saying, where's London? Have you seen her? She's not answering the phone.
And what was Charlotte's response to that?
She said, no, I haven't seen her.
Okay. Did she say anything about London besides I haven't seen her?
Well, I really don't recall. I know I was getting pretty rowdy because it's my younger sister and I dropped her off here last night and you're here, you don't live here. And I'm asking where my younger sister is. And you as a mother, expecting you to know. Yeah.
Did you ever ask her if you could talk to Jalen?
Yes, I did.
What was her response to that?
She said, no, he has work, I'm not waking him up.
Okay. How did this conversation between you and Charlotte Pendergrass end?
She walked away and at the end, she had walked away and ended up going to go get them, I believe. When she
Okay.
was standing outside.
Now, from you having this conversation with her, did it seem as if she was trying to help you, or how would you describe her behavior?
I object. I object, that would be speculation in terms of didn't see. Now, I think the second part of the question is, okay, if he's asking about what her observation was, but whether or not it seemed like she was just doing something, it would be speculation.
Response?
Well, I don't think it's speculation. She can testify about her impressions of her behavior and her demeanor.
You can ask that, but not that it seems those are two different things.
Do you want to rephrase the question? What's his name?
What did you observe about her behavior and demeanor when you talked to her?
At first when I was talking to her, I don't know, it seemed like her voice was pretty shaky when she was on the phone. I don't know what that was about, but it did seem like she was lying. She said something.
Welcome in, Gigi.
Objection, move to strike.
Appreciate you pulling up.
That would be speculation, and I would move to strike that. It seemed like she was lying, it's total speculation.
Well, I mean,
Same difference.
Then I would, then the
I'm gonna grab a few comments. Tracy says she knows she's guilty. Yeah, that's why she was blinking like 1,000 times per second. Don't forget to hit that like button, folks. Everybody in the bushes, happy Monday to you. Welcome in.
objection will be relevant, Judge.
Overruled.
what about what she said made you think she was lying to you?
She said London walked off.
All right, so this is what I want to ask you about now. Earlier, you testified that she just told you that she hadn't seen London, correct?
Correct.
So how did it come about that she said that London walked off?
She said, you know, she was basically trying to say that London does a lot, or it was a lot going on, or something had happened to where there was a lot of yelling or something. I'm not really certain, but she did end up saying that London had walked off.
Okay, so
Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to make a standing objection at this particular time to any statements being made allegedly by the co-defendant being impugned against Mr. Pendergrass until the prosecutors laid a foundation for the conspiracy.
So this conversation where she goes into more details about London and what happened, was that during the same conversation where you're talking to her after she's coming out from the backyard?
Yes, I believe so.
All right. So do you remember it all? If you can, what type of question did you ask in order for her to start telling you about there was a lot going on?
I don't recall. It was, I'm not sure.
Do you recall her saying anything else other than what you've testified about, you know, there being a lot going on and London walking off? Remember her saying anything else?
She was basically trying to say that she has offered London Ubers before, you know, to go home. I was, you know, wondering why they got into it, why she didn't call me, and or why didn't Jalen take her home.
Okay, and she mentioned something about she had offered London Ubers in the past?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else that you can remember her saying?
That's pretty much it. I'm not really certain as of right now.
Okay. But you said that eventually she went inside and you thought she was going to get Jalen?
I believe you're referring to the ex-girlfriend because I never did the sister yet.
Yes, she did.
Okay, did Jalen ever come out of the house?
Yes.
Did you ever talk to Jalen?
Yes.
Did you ask him where your sister London was?
Yes.
What did he say?
He said he wasn't speaking much. I think he said, I don't know, or I'm not sure. I don't know.
He wasn't speaking much?
He
What does that
wasn't
mean?
speaking much.
Like, does that mean he wasn't like answering your questions? What do you mean by that?
Meaning he was very like just down, it seemed like. I don't know. Just like like shy or something. I'm not sure.
So she was trying to
Do you
say he
recall
was
him saying
hesitant to
anything else
provide
other
any
than what you just
information.
testified about outside when you were talking to him on April 5th?
Jim Pendergrass,
Yes.
he said, I really don't remember what he was saying, because like I said, he wasn't saying much. He didn't say much, but all I know is that I did ask him, if your mother wasn't here, would you have taken London home? Because she did say that she didn't let him take her home. And he answered yes.
Okay. While you're there, had the police been called, or did you call the police after you talked to both Pendergrasses?
I believe the father of my child's mother called the police.
Okay.
I didn't call the police, I know very much.
Did the police ever arrive when you were there?
No,
Okay. Did you ever leave the area on Carlisle?
yes,
And did you communicate with any police officers after you left Carlisle?
yes, we had came back
Back to where?
to the house in Carlisle,
All right, so let's break this down real quickly.
right?
You were at Carlisle, you had this conversation, and then you left.
Yes, I only left because she was trying to leave.
Okay. When you say she, who are you talking about?
Charlotte Pendergrass,
Okay. You said she was trying to leave. What makes you say she was trying to leave?
she kept saying she had to go pick up medicine for one of the grandparents, I'm not sure. But my baby father, he didn't think that was like,
Objection to what her baby father called.
That's fine, Your Honor. So without telling me what he was saying or thinking, did Charlotte Pendergrass ever leave?
yes,
Okay. Why did that make you leave?
my sister is missing. I don't know what she's trying to do. I'm not sure of the word, but just.
So
She's trying to make sure.
where did you go?
I believe we had pulled up to a Dollar General, I think it was a Dollar General.
Okay. Was that in Inkster or some other place?
It was in Easter, it was not that far from the house on Carlisle Street.
So you go there.
Yeah.
After you're there, do you go back to Carlisle Street?
Yes,
All right. When you return back to Carlisle Street, had the police, were they already there, or did they come when you came back the second time?
they were there when we came back,
Okay. And did you talk to the police then?
yes.
Okay. Do you remember what your sister's phone number was?
Yes,
What was her phone number?
313-680-2421.
After you dropped her off in the early morning of April 5th, did you ever see your sister alive again after that day?
No,
After the FaceTime conversations and the text messages, did you ever communicate with your sister after what you described here in court today?
no,
In your experience, did you ever know your sister to just, disappear for days or weeks at a time without having any communication with you?
never,
Okay. Had you ever known her to just run away and disappear without communicating with anyone?
never.
I don't have any other questions.
Mr. Johnson?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Morning, Ms. Hatcher.
Good morning.
Ms. Hatcher, my name is Terry Johnson. I represent Ms. Charlotte Pendergrass. I'm going to ask you some questions about the 5th and some other questions that Mr. DeCrazia asked you as well. At any time you don't understand, just say, I don't understand, or stop me, okay? That a yes?
Yes.
Okay, you have to say yes or no so we can take all this down, okay?
I got you.
Okay. I want to go back to the morning of April 5th. You testified that you picked up London from your mother's house, correct?
Correct.
And then you went to your baby daddy's house in Highland Park, correct?
No, his sister's house.
His sister's house, thank you. And you chilled for a while, correct?
Yes.
Okay, what does chill mean?
We were just chilling.
Wow,
just
really?
Talking. Really. I think they smoked, you know. That was about it.
Okay, when you say smoked, what are you referring to? Marijuana?
Yes.
Okay. And did everybody smoke marijuana then?
Not me.
You didn't smoke marijuana?
No.
Okay. London smoked?
I believe so.
Okay. What about, did you guys drink?
Not me. I didn't.
Okay, what about the other people?
I'm pretty sure my baby daddy maybe.
And he trying to paint the picture like if they were under the influence from drugs and liquor, how would their testimony even be, how would her testimony even be credible?
Took a shot, and I know his sister was drinking prior to us even getting there.
Okay, what about London? Did she have anything to drink? If you remember.
I'm not sure. I don't believe so.
Okay. And how long were you chilling in Highland Park before you came to the house on Carlisle?
We were there for maybe 3 hours or so. I really certain it was pretty late when we left behind that.
Okay, and it's your testimony that London had an orientation the next day, correct?
Correct.
Okay, do you know what time that orientation was scheduled to be?
10 a.m. I believe.
Okay. And do you know where in Redford? I don't need the address, but do you know which Little Caesars in Redford?
Not specifically. I just know it was in Redford. I know exactly where it is, just not the address or what room it is.
Okay, so let's go back for a minute. You mentioned that London had Jalen's phone, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And I'm kind of confused about something. You said that you were taking her out for an orientation, correct?
I was going to.
You were going to?
Originally, she was going to spend the night with me until when we left the sister's house. She asked me to take her to Jalen's house.
Okay. Had she communicated with Jalen at any point that, hey, I'm coming out here and I want you to take me to the orientation?
I'm not certain.
Okay. But that plan changed, correct? Because you just said you were going to take her to the orientation, and at some point after you guys were chilling, London made the decision to go to Inkster, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And when you guys got out there, fair to say, well, that would be speculation. Let me ask a different way. When you got to the house, London got out, you stated London got out of the car first, correct?
Correct.
London didn't take her things, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Do you know why London didn't take her things?
No, I'm pretty sure she was just trying to make sure she was able to get in the house first.
Okay. So she wasn't able to get in the house for a while, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And just to make sure I understand your testimony, you stated you went around the front to look for a key?
Yeah,
Had you done that before?
no.
Why would you look for a key? I'm just curious.
She asked me to.
Okay.
To get in the house?
And Mr. DeGrazzi asked you also about this house. This house has a back door, which you were at, correct?
Yes.
And has a front door, correct?
Yes.
Did anybody knock on the front door?
No.
Why didn't you knock on the front door?
I'm assuming because his room is in the basement.
Okay, but I'm not asking.
I mean, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm pretty sure that's another reason why too.
what someone else did. I'm asking why you didn't knock on the front door.
I don't usually knock on the front door.
How many times have you been to that house in Inkster on Carlisle?
I'm not sure how many times. I know I was there for sure once before, but I don't think it was many times after that.
Okay, when you say once before, when was this once before?
It was like maybe the year before on his birthday. No, yeah, I think so, yeah.
So you hadn't been, just so I'm clear, you hadn't been to that house in a year, correct?
Other than dropping her off now.
Okay. And in the past, when you dropped her off, had she, to your knowledge, communicated with someone, hey, I'm on my way over here, I'll be there in a few, had she done
My
that
bad,
before?
folks. I'm still here.
Not to my knowledge. As of that night, no.
I want to go back, she left her things, you said she left her things, correct?
Correct,
And at some point, you and her got out of the car.
yes,
Did she grab her things at that point?
not at that point,
Okay, and you're banging on the door, both of you at that point, correct?
correct.
Okay. Why was it so important that you get in that house that day?
I'm not sure she wanted to be there, so I was just trying to make sure she got in.
I mean, did you say to her, he's not answering the phone, he's not coming to the door, I'm gonna take you back home? Did you have that conversation?
No, but her phone was in the car, we never called him when we arrived. She had his phone.
So when you're knocking on the door, you in London, are you saying anything or are you just knocking?
We're just knocking,
You're not, hey, it's London, hey, it's Jake, you're not saying anything.
you know.
I guess he must have forgotten the time frame on this entire day. It was like 3, 4 in the morning. So the idea is to not attract a lot of attention. Hey, welcome in, Sean.
And you also stated, when Mr. Degrazi asked you some questions, you figured I'm assuming he is Mr. Pendergrass, was sleeping, correct?
Yes,
Okay. I want to go back to this orientation in the next morning. What's the longest, I'll strike that. This orientation, you just stated you knew where it was, correct?
yes,
Okay. You stated it was at 10 a.m., correct?
yes, around that time.
Okay. Did you ever, when you did not hear from your sister, contact this establishment in Redford and say, did my sister come up here today?
Yes, I tried.
When did you try this?
I think it was when I had woke up around that time, maybe, like, no, it was for sure on the 5th.
Okay, so
Before I left the house.
so before you left the house, you called up there to this Little Caesars and said, did my sister show up today?
Yes, I was asking, hey, did London Tommy show up here? She had an orientation. But she wasn't answering the phone.
Did you get an answer?
They said no.
And how many times in the past have you met my client, Ms. Pendergrass?
Maybe like once before.
When was that?
That was at, I believe it was her residence. I'm not sure where it was specifically.
It was not the residence in Inkster, correct?
No,
And when you met her, how much time did you spend with her?
not that much time. It was just an introduction.
So it was a hi, how are you?
Yeah, she offered us, I think it was ice cream or something. We were getting ice cream out the fridge or something.
Okay, would you say that interaction that you had with Ms. Pendergrass lasted 3 minutes or less?
Not really, but she was talking to Jalen, I believe, when we were just there.
Okay, but I'm talking about your interaction with Ms. Pendergrass, not anybody else's?
No,
And how long would you say prior to April 5th, how much time had you interacted with Ms. Charlotte Pendergrass?
not that much time,
Okay,
very little.
very little.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you make statements about she was nervous and other things, you really don't know her well enough to know whether she's nervous or not, correct?
I don't know her enough, but
Thank
the
you.
look is familiar.
You say the look is familiar, but you
You
don't,
can tell when someone is anxious and or nervous. It's not that hard.
do you know what else was going on in her life that day?
I'm sorry?
Do you know what else was going on in her life that day?
No.
Okay, and you mentioned it was getting rowdy. I'm sorry, I was getting rowdy,
Correct.
meaning you.
Yes.
Okay. So when you were getting rowdy, did she appear nervous at that point?
I'm not sure. My judgment was clouded because I was just trying to figure out what my other sister is.
Okay, and you didn't like the answer that Ms. Pendergrass gave you, correct?
No.
And
Obviously
then you started becoming rowdy, correct?
Not really rowdy, but I was sort of kind of like trying to just understand what she was saying. I wasn't understanding because I dropped her off at that house last night or the morning, and she's not here now.
Right, but her phone, you have the location app on your phone, correct?
Correct.
And that location app pinged in Westland, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so what led you to believe? And let me ask the question before I get there. What time did that location ping in Westland?
I'm not sure of the time. It's on the screenshot though.
Can we stipulate, Mr. DeGrazzi, approximately 9:48?
So I'd like to obviously be cooperative here, but the issue is, there could be phone testimony that talks about communication with the tower. The last communication with the tower was not in Westland. So I don't know why it's being in Westland or what the conflict is there. So that's why I don't want to agree to that right now.
Well, I'll ask it this way. I'm just going to her state of mind. So I'll withdraw and ask it this way. It was the morning, correct? Would you agree with that?
The time when her phone was
Yes.
there, I would believe so.
Okay, so you wake up, you see her phone that pinged in Westland at that time, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and you go to Inkster to ask questions, correct?
After I went to the location.
Okay,
Where her phone's being.
right. Did you go to anybody's house around that school where that phone pinged and say, did you see my sister? Here's a picture of her.
Yes,
You did.
I did.
Okay, did you ever tell the police this?
That we were checking the location.
That you went to other people's houses?
I believe so.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
And let me ask you this, in addition to that, did you go to the Westland Police Department and say, my sister's phone last pinged here, did you do that?
Not the Westland Police Department. I believe they were called though, and we were checking out that area later that night.
Okay, so you went, just so I'm clear, you went to Westland, saw an open field, and then you went to Inkster?
Correct.
Okay,
But I looked around, we got out of the car, we were there for maybe almost an hour.
I'm sorry, ma'am, can you say that again, please?
I said we were there for almost an hour looking around, asking questions.
Okay, who did you ask questions of?
Well, as we were trying to get to the school, there's like trailer park homes around the area, and there were kids. I was asking, could you get your parents? We were trying to ask questions about my younger sister, who was not answering the phone and stuff. And they said that she's pinging here. So, yeah.
And you also mentioned one other thing that my client was trying to leave, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and are you aware that there were elderly grandparents in the house?
Yes,
Okay. Were you aware that Ms. Pendergrass left and came back in a short amount of time?
yes, I followed her,
Oh, you followed her.
correct.
Why did you follow her?
I wasn't certain of where she was going, I didn't know she was lying, I don't know, I followed her.
Is this before or after you called Inkster Police?
I didn't call, but they were there,
I'm sorry.
I never called Inkster Police.
Okay. So how long did you follow Ms. Pendergrass?
Until she got to the location,
What location?
I believe it was a Dollar General.
Okay. And did you confront her at the Dollar General?
No, she came up and asked if we had $10.
Ms. Pendergrass asked you if you had $10?
Yes,
At that particular moment, she asked something like that when I'm looking for my sister, knowing she had something to do with it, I would have just laid hands on her. For her to respond like that.
she was laughing, saying she forgot her purse.
What other conversations did you have with her there?
Nothing really, we told her we didn't have it.
Did you follow her back to her house?
Yes. Well, the grandparents' house.
Did you talk to the grandparents?
No,
Why not?
they never came outside.
Did you ask for them?
No.
I have no further questions at this time.
Am I able to stay here?
Go to the podium just a second. I wanna make sure we have everything correct.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I'm gonna ask you some questions. I promise you I will not ask the same things that you've already answered, okay?
Okay.
Now, if I do ask you a question that you don't understand, let me know. I'll try to ask you a better question, okay?
Okay.
Now, one of the things that you indicated to Mr. Johnson is that you don't believe that London was drinking the night that you were chilling. Is that correct?
I don't believe so.
When you had an opportunity after this happened to your sister, this unfortunate event, did you have an opportunity to meet with some detectives in a vehicle?
Detectives in a vehicle?
Yes, particularly this gentleman here, seated in the back seat with a young lady in the front driver's seat.
If that's a detective that was part of this case, why didn't he take the stand yet? I just want to know that. Or unless he's planning to take the stand during the trial, because he's a detective, but I didn't see him testify at all.
I don't recall.
May I approach you? Just tell me if this is you.
Oh, yes, that's me.
Okay. Do you recall telling that detective, the female detective, that on that particular day that London may have had a shot of Terramina?
Oh, then that might be accurate.
Okay. Do you think that what you said in this interview is accurate, or do you remember now better, or do you think that what you said here would be more accurate?
I'm not certain. I would have to see.
Okay. I'm gonna play a little bit for you and see if this refreshes your recollection, okay?
The night before you dropped her off? I know she probably took one shot, but she was not drunk. Okay. You know.
Were you talking about the evening that you dropped her off, or the early morning hours?
Yes.
And that would be the night before, in the evening, at the address where you guys were chilling. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did it appear to you, or was it your understanding that there was a plan for her to go to Mr. Pendergrass's house, or was this kind of a spur of the moment thing?
Yeah, like when we got into the car and we were leaving, it was just brought up, hey, can you take me to Jalen's house?
Okay. You'd agree you're old.
And she just confirmed my theory that entire night was not planned to go over to his house, just based off her testimony, how he was reacting, how he was pretty much trying to make sure that she was not out there when they pulled off, because he didn't want to let her in.
In London, correct?
Correct.
What's the gap in age between the two of you?
Well, she would be 18 as of right now, and I'm 20 years old, so I was saying 2. I'm not sure.
At the particular time,
I'm sorry.
so a couple of years, is that fair to say?
Maybe a year and a half or 2. I'm not sure.
At the particular time that you were traveling to the house on Carlisle Street or in Inkster, it's about 4 o'clock in the morning, fair to say?
Around that time, yes.
Okay. Did you ever get the impression that perhaps your sister was not welcomed at the location?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, the fact that they weren't answering, well, he wasn't answering the door, I just assumed he was asleep, not that she wasn't welcome.
Because this wasn't a predetermined meetup. You already testified to that, correct?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. And then you get to the location and then you go to the rear of the door. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning and no one's answering, correct?
Correct.
There was no phone call that you had an opportunity to hear in the moments leading up or the drive over, fair to say?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. And then once you get to the particular house, there's a particular point where Jalen calls London's phone and you answer, correct?
When I got back to the car, yes.
And this is why it's always important to go back and rewatch, because a lot of this detail we did not hear, or I didn't hear during the very first day when this preliminary took place.
At that particular time, did it appear to you that Mr. Pendergrass wanted London there?
It didn't seem like he didn't want her there. It seemed like he was just trying to make sure it was her outside.
Okay. One of the things that you also testified to on direct examination is that it was unlike London to not contact you, correct?
Correct.
And to not communicate with you, correct?
Correct.
Fair to say that you communicated fairly often?
Yes.
Okay. Now, have you ever known your sister to use methamphetamine?
No.
And you told the detectives that, correct?
They never asked.
You don't recall the detective specifically asking you whether or not London ever used meth?
Oh, no. I mean, if they did the video, then there's your proof.
But nonetheless, your answer to that was no, correct?
No.
Okay. So if she tested positive for methamphetamine, that would be something that would be surprising to you, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So when you talk about how she normally behaved or things that she normally did, that doesn't include moments where she's intoxicated, correct?
Meaning?
Meaning that she could act differently if she's under the influence of methamphetamine and or alcohol.
Not really.
Okay.
London is pretty blunt, a straightforward person.
What I'm getting at is, ma'am, is you're making conclusions based upon when you've observed her and how she functions with you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. On the particular date and time is your testimony that she had, now it's your testimony that she had some alcohol but was not drunk, correct?
Sure.
Okay. And so you're making assessments based upon how she presented while you were with her, fair to say?
Obviously, yes.
Okay. Did you ever get the impression when you communicated with her later on after you dropped her off that she was either inebriated or under the influence of any type of substance?
Not really.
Okay. Did she ever seem to be upset, hysterical, afraid at all?
No.
Now the text message
And at that day?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Now the text message communication that you testified to about direct examination with Mr. DeGrazia, that text was sent to Saquon's phone, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Did you see the text?
Yes.
Okay. Did he bring you the phone afterwards and that's when you saw the text? Or did you just have his phone?
No, we were next to each other. I seen the text messages like, hey, Money texted me.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So,
Yeah, basically.
so you essentially, right when he gets it, he shows it to you, correct?
Yes.
Was there any concern that you had at that particular time based upon that text message?
Not really. No, not really.
Do you recall whether or not this was whether or not this was a weekend or whether or not this was a weekday?
I'm not certain what day it fell on.
Was London in school at this particular point in time?
No, I'm not sure. I know she was doing some online classes. I'm really not certain though. I believe so. I'm not sure.
Did the two of you live together at the time of this incident?
I was really most like I'm staying with the father of my child, and she was living with my mother.
Okay, so you weren't in the home, fair to say.
No, when I picked her up, no, I was at a different residence.
How would you describe the nature of the relationship between London and Jalen?
On and off,
Okay.
I really don't know how to describe it, maybe unhealthy.
Okay. Did it ever come to your attention that Mr. Pendergrass had another girlfriend?
I think, I'm not sure about another girlfriend, I know there were other girls.
Okay. When you responded back to the location after having gone to the area in Westland where the phone was pinging, there was a particular point in time where the police responded to the location, correct?
I'm sorry, question was?
When you got back to the home in Inkster, after you had gone to the field in Westland,
Yes.
the police responded to the location, correct?
Not, the police were there after we traveled back to the house.
And then when you arrived, the police were there.
Correct.
Okay, did you see them go inside the home
Not immediately.
at any point in time?
I believe they went in maybe later on that night. I'm not certain. It may have been sometime after that. I'm certain.
When you say later on that night, this is not in the morning hours when you,
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure if they went in that day. I'm not sure.
okay, let me ask a more centered question. After going to the field in Westland, what time was it approximately when you went back to the home on Carlisle and Inkster?
You said after going to Westland?
Yes,
It was immediately after, so maybe we were there, maybe like a 15-minute drive or so from where that was at and the house was, I believe, on.
are you able to give us an approximate time if you know?
I'm not certain, maybe around 15 minutes.
Okay, but it's not in the evening though, correct?
In the evening,
Yes, it's not in the evening.
it wasn't dark outside, if that's what you're asking.
Certainly, I'm trying to get a ballpark. Okay, you get there and there's no sign of your sister, correct?
No.
Okay. I'm not having anything further, Judge, thank you.
Excuse, thank you so much, Ms. Hatcher.
People call the nine-show workers.
All right, so I already did her the last week. I was just covering the sister's testimony, pretty much. But I do want to thank everybody for pulling up. Don't forget to smash the like button. Not tomorrow, but Wednesday, I'm going to go over the FBI Agent Siegel's testimony. His is not long, probably about 30 minutes, if that. Tune in later this week. This Friday, I have an open forum Friday. So pull up. You're going to see the flyer post soon. I've already got the live set, so set your notifications. This is Friday, the 13th, 8 o'clock. Don't want to miss. But I appreciate everybody that has been in the bushes. Like, share, subscribe, comment. You guys have a good one. See you later.